We're only halfway through November, but Hulu is already preparing subscribers for the month of December. Before you take a look at Hulu's December content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Culprits, complete Season 1. Where most crime stories end, after a high-stakes heist, when a crew of elite criminals have gone their separate ways and have tried to leave their old lives behind. Past and present collide where a ruthless assassin starts targeting them one by one. Why are they being stalked? Who is behind the mayhem? And will they be able to find one another in time to protect themselves and the people they love? A Historia Delis. Isabel learns that her husband used her as a front person in a corruption scheme and has to serve house arrest with her daughter at her former housekeeper Marta's home. Marta now owns a small takeout business. Her daughter Anna Jasmine helps at the company and dreams of studying fashion. American Christian missionary John Chow was killed when he tried to contact and convert some of the world's last uncontacted indigenous peoples, the Sentinelese. Through exclusive interviews, archival footage of John's journey to North Sentinel and his detailed diaries, this film explores the antiquated notions of exploration that shaped him, the evangelical community that drove his quest, his own father's heartbreak, and the lasting repercussions of this complex story. Science Fair, the series. Kids compete for a coveted seat at the world's most competitive scientific fair, the International Scientific and Engineering Fair, by using science to tackle some of the most difficult and urgent problems facing society today. Moving tells the story of a group of South Korean spies working to protect their superpowered children from harm and exploitation at the hands of malicious government agencies. Initially recruited because of their extraordinary abilities including flight, instant healing and enhanced senses, the spies disappeared without a trace after being tasked with carrying out increasingly dubious missions. Now with their children exhibiting similar abilities and a dangerous assassin rapidly picking off superpowered individuals, the parents must leave their peaceful lives behind to become the monsters they once were. Undead Unluck. What happens when an unlucky girl meets an undead guy? Pure chaos. Tired of inadvertently killing people with her special ability Unluck, Fuko Izumo sets out to end it all. But when she meets Andy, a man who longs for death but can't die, she finds a reason to live, and he finds someone capable of giving him the death he's been longing for. Such brave girls. Dysfunctional family sitcom following sisters Josie and Billy and their single mother Deb navigating life armed with nothing but poor judgment and self-esteem exclusively tied to people who couldn't care less about them. They're vain, selfish, heavily in debt, pathologically desperate for affection and bursting with misplaced, terrifying love. Worry the Virgin. Oh, Worry is the assistant writer of a popular drama series. She has vowed to remain a virgin until she marries, and has shied away from romantic relationships in a bid to remain chaste until she marries. She is dating the devoted police officer Lee Kong-jae. But when she attends a routine medical exam, a terrible mix-up takes place and she is accidentally artificially inseminated. She later discovers her pregnancy and demands the hospital gets to the bottom of the case. Mobland. Deep in the heart of Dixie, in a small town struggling with the ravages of addiction, a local sheriff, John Travolta, tries to maintain the peace when desperate family man Shelby, Shiloh Fernandez, robs a pill mill with his reckless brother-in-law, Trey, Kevin Dillon. But the supposedly easy score takes a violent turn, alerting the New Orleans Mafia's revenge-seeking enforcer, Stephen Dorff, who threatens Shelby's wife, Ashley Benson, and daughter. With its unpredictable twists and turns, Mobland is a heart-pounding action thriller. Proximity. A young NASA JPL scientist is abducted by extraterrestrials, but when no one believes his story, he becomes obsessed with finding proof, which leads him on a journey of discovery. The Matrix Resurrections. To find out if this reality is a physical or mental construct, Mr. Anderson, aka Neo, will have to choose to follow the White Rabbit once more. If he's learned anything, it's that choice, while an illusion, is still the only way out of or into the Matrix. Neo already knows what he has to do, but what he doesn't yet know is that the Matrix is stronger, more secure, and far more dangerous than ever before. In the retirement plan, when Ashley and her young daughter Sarah get caught up in a criminal enterprise that puts their lives at risk, she turns to the only person who can help, her estranged father Matt, currently living the life of a retired beach bum in the Cayman Islands. Their reunion is fleeting as they are soon tracked down on the island by crime boss Donnie and his lieutenant Bobo. As Ashley, Sarah, and Matt become entangled in an increasingly dangerous web, Ashley quickly learns her father had a secret past that she knew nothing about, and that there is more to her father than meets the eye. Operation Napoleon. Icelandic lawyer Kristen gets drawn into the vortex of an international conspiracy when she receives footage of an airplane wreck, recently revealed by the melting of one of Iceland's largest glaciers. The old German World War II plane not only brings ruthless criminals onto the scene, but also CIA Director William Carr, who has been secretly trying to remove the wreck for a long time. Kristen refuses to rest until the key has been discovered that will solve the riddle of Operation Napoleon. Maggie Moores. Police Chief Sanders, John Hamm, investigates the bizarre murders of two women with the same name and unravels a web of small-town lies. He meets and quickly falls for Rita, Tina Fey, a nosy neighbor who is eager to help solve the mystery. It lies inside. An Indian-American teenager struggling with her cultural identity has a falling out with her former best friend and, in the process, unwittingly releases a demonic entity that grows stronger by feeding on her loneliness.
There's something in here. You can't see it.
You can share your comments about the movies with us. Don't forget to like the video.